Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be part 4 in our Heal Your Nervous System to Manifest series. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aisha. I am a certified trauma-informed coach and manifestation guide. If you only have time to watch one video of this series, this is the video to watch. It will be full of the most vital information on how to heal your nervous system to manifest, so stay tuned. When it comes to the nervous system, our nervous system is wired for survival. It's not designed for us to live our best lives or be the best version of ourselves or to optimize for happiness and joy and bliss. It is optimized for safety and security and stability, and that's it. So oftentimes what we will find is as we're approaching new goals, new desires that feel a little bit out of reach, our nervous system can create resistance, and that resistance just feels like tension and stress or anxiety. It can make us fearful of starting new things or asking for more out of this experience. And mainly that's because the nervous system is really great at what's called homeostasis. And homeostasis is staying the same, keeping up the same habits and patterns. And not only is your nervous system really comfy in homeostasis, but your subconscious mind is as well. There is a direct correlation between our subconscious mind and our patterns of our nervous system. Oftentimes what happens as we grow in consciousness and become aware of our nervous system's responses, we have this experience of, I know that there's something going on, but I haven't figured out why it's happening yet. And this is why this video is the most important video in this entire series. So once we understand the basics of our nervous system and we can identify when we're in each state and what triggers us to shift from that state of calm into a triggered state, whether you are in the fight or flight stage or whether you are in the freeze or fawn stage, you have been triggered into that stage. You have been influenced into that stage. You've been essentially like launched into that stage via your nervous system's automatic response. We don't consciously choose to go into these states of being when we're triggered. That is why it's a trigger. And once we understand what is the cause, what is the underlying root of the issue, we can address it. Once we are able to identify that we are triggered and use the tools and resources we have available to us to help us calm and regulate, or at the very least accept that we are having a triggered response, we can then build the skill from there of understanding why the trigger is happening. It all starts with awareness. And once you build an awareness of, hey, I'm triggered, then you can build the discipline or self-control to pause while triggered and say, okay, I'm gonna let my nervous system trigger and alert me, and I'm going to allow my emotions to arise naturally, and I'm gonna say, this moment is what it is, and it's okay, and I accept it, and nothing is wrong with me. This is happening because this is how my body was built to respond. And once we're able to accept our natural response, then we can learn to build that self-discipline skill of assessing that response and saying, why do I think I'm triggered right now? What experience did I just go through that is causing me to have these feelings, right? So that's step 3, right? First is awareness, then step 2 is acceptance, then step 3 is interrogation. So we're gonna start to question those responses. And step 4 is once we get comfortable practicing questioning that response, questioning, why am I feeling triggered? What is the cause? Then we can take that cause and get to the actual root, the real root of the cause, the real root of the trigger. We are not triggered for no reason. We're not going to have this physiological response or a psychological and emotional response for no reason. We're having these responses because we learned something along our childhood or lived experiences that taught us this circumstance or experience or trigger makes us feel unsafe. It makes us feel like there's no stability, like someone pulled the rug from under us, and it's causing us to be in that survival mode, to be in that response mode of I have to figure this situation out because I'm not safe. I have to get back to safety. How can I get back to safety? And we can get really frazzled if we're not aware of those situations, if we're not able to pause in those moments, if we're not able to understand that being triggered is normal. Every single human on the planet has those experiences. Some of us are just better at handling them than others, and that comes with practice. So once we practice all of those steps, right? Awareness, acceptance, interrogation, then we get to the root. A lot of issues that we face are common. A lot of people are triggered by the same things. And what you will find on this journey of understanding your nervous system, understanding your own triggers, your own responses, is that you're not alone. We all have a lot of the same triggers. So once you start questioning, why am I triggered, right? So let's say your boss gave you an instruction and was like very kind of passive aggressive about it. If you grew up in an environment where when your parent displayed a passive aggressive behavior that correlated with punishment, you will maybe feel that same trigger. You will be reliving that experience of that childhood version of you who correlates passive aggressive commands with punishment. And this is true for beyond just relationships. This can be true with our relationship with money. Oftentimes, our triggers in relationships will mirror our triggers in money, or will mirror the underlying beliefs we hold about ourselves. Now, again, this is a manifestation channel, and I teach law of assumption. The reason I teach law of assumption is it all comes back to self. So our self-concept, what we believe about ourselves, what we believe about the world, what we believe about other people, dictates how we experience this reality. And a lot of those beliefs are subconscious, and our nervous system acts from those subconscious beliefs. So even if you know better cognitively, even if the logical side of your brain knows better and chooses better and desires better, your subconscious is in control, basically. Until you can rewrite that subconscious program, it's gonna just keep replaying. So here's another example. This is something that's been relevant in my life lately, is I will experience something in my 3D circumstances that causes me frustration. And when I really go within and process that frustration on an emotional level, I realize that frustration is coming from anger. And when I process that anger and I let it be angry, I realize under that anger is sadness. And that is the root emotion of that trigger. And when I process and ask, like, why is that sadness coming up? It's coming up because I love myself deeply. And so this triggering circumstance is showing me something that makes me feel unloved in that moment. So now that I know the root, now that I know why I'm feeling dysregulated by that circumstance, it's causing me to feel like I'm not being treated and valued how I want to be treated and valued. So what do I do to correct that? I say I am valued and I'm treated well no matter what the circumstances are showing me. I know that I am worthy of love. I know I'm worthy of experiencing positive experiences, and this emotional experience will pass, and this dysregulated experience will pass, and I am continuously choosing to manifest a better 3D experience. And I move through it, and I breathe through it, and I live through it, and it's okay. And it's comfortable to do so now because I've practiced enough. I've practiced that habit of recognizing my nervous system is dysregulated. I'm feeling emotional. I'm feeling that tension. I'm feeling that stress. I'm feeling triggered by my 3D. What do I do? So I go to my toolbox. I do some breathing exercises. I listen to some music. I lay down. I meditate. I do nothing until I can navigate that to a place of calm. And I say, okay, now that I'm in a place of calm, what's going on here? What am I actually feeling? Why am I feeling this pain or discomfort? And what is this moment trying to teach me? And that's the most crucial part of all of this, right? So we have awareness, which is being able to identify what's going on in our body, what's going on in our brains in that moment. Then we have acceptance. Once we're aware of it, we have to decide, like, this is just where I'm at in life. This is where I'm at this stage in time. This is my reality in this present moment, and I accept that. Do I wish that I could be having a more positive experience? Sure, but life comes with its ups and downs, and once I learn to roll with the punches, it gets a lot easier, okay? So we have awareness, acceptance, then we have interrogation. Once we're able to be at peace with the fact that we're not where we want to be, we're feeling triggered, we're feeling emotional, we're feeling like not our best selves, we can start to ask, why? Why do I not feel like my best self? Okay? And then step 4 is getting to the root of that why. Getting to the real reason of why you're feeling triggered. Getting to the root of what that experience represents for you. What subconscious patterns are playing out, and what beliefs are you holding on to that are causing those subconscious patterns to play out. Step number 5 is once we've gotten to the root and we know our triggers and we know why we are feeling that way, when we know what is causing us to have those emotions or stress responses, we get to commit to a better reality. We get to commit to being the best version of self despite the circumstances. We get to say, okay, I had this experience in my life and the past is the past, and it's kind of a bummer that things didn't go my way, but things will go my way. And I'm confident in that, and I will get what I want. And I am a master manifester, and I am a conscious creator, and I am responsible for how my life goes. And I am in control of my emotions, and I am in control of my nervous system, and I am powerful. And once we can move through those 5 stages and get to that place of empowerment, get back to that place of confidence, we manifest with ease. I don't know about anybody else, but it's much more fun and easy and flowy and positive and enjoyable when I manifest from a place of abundance, when I manifest from a place of calm, when I manifest from a place of joy, rather than being like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out. Life is so frustrating. Oh, now is the time. I have to manifest this. I have to push. I have to keep going. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're in a tough situation and you're learning the skill of nervous system regulation, absolutely keep manifesting. Keep up with your meditation habits. Keep up with your prayers. Keep up with your affirmations or your scripting or your visualizations. Keep doing it. Also, develop that skill of interoception, which is turning within and being able to identify what's actually happening. I promise you, if you make use and actually implement the information I've shared in this video and this entire video series, as well as all the other content on my channel, your life is going to change for the better. I discovered manifestation a few years ago, and since then I have manifested a major move to a new city in a new state. I've manifested several material possessions. I manifested weight loss, significant weight loss. I manifested more confidence and more success. I have manifested success in my business and healthy and happy relationships with the people in my life. I've grown closer to my family and closer to who I am deep inside. And my experience may not be perfect 100% of the time because I am a human being living a human being experience. I have highs and lows like anybody else. I just move through them a lot easier than I did before learning all of this information. I promise you, applying this information is life-changing. So just try it. Try it a little at a time and have confidence that this journey is taking you exactly where it needs to take you, and you are becoming exactly who you need to become, and you're not doing anything wrong. You're exactly where you need to be and who you need to be, and you're getting where you're going as you're supposed to. I have full faith that you will get your manifestations, and I really, truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video, to soak up these tips and apply them to your life so that you can experience this ascension and growth and development of self as I have. I wish you the best of luck in your manifestations, and I believe in you. Bye!